relationship building. So the key word here is building. And anything that you're building on takes time. So it takes time to build a relationship. It takes time to immerse yourself within a community. You can't do that if you're at a community college. Hi guys, I'm Karis K. Wilson. Welcome back to my channel. If you're an ambitious undergraduate student, graduate student, or young professional, then you are in the right place. So in today's video, I'll be talking about if you should spend your first 2 years of undergrad at a community college, or if you should do your full 4 years at a 4-year university. So the first thing that I would urge you to consider is networking. You guys know I'm all about networking. I think it is a large and significant part of the process and just a part of life. Networking is essentially relationship building. So the key word here is building. And anything that you're building on takes time. So it takes time to build a relationship. It takes time to immerse yourself within a community. You can't do that if you're at a community college the first 4 years and you're going into another setting. It's hard to, and I think it's a flawed way to think if you think you're going to go into a program after 2 years, after 50% of the process has been done, 50% of the process has concluded, and think that, you're going to, if you think you're going to catch up to all the relationship building, everything that's occurred prior to you coming there during those 2 years. And so that's something that you want to think about, and something that's just really important that I think people don't talk about enough when they say, oh, go to the first 2 years at community college to save money. Well, these are some things that you want to think about that could cause potentially issues in the back end, which I can do another video on that. Okay, the second thing that you want to think about when making the decision about going to a community college your first 2 years is life experience. So the second thing is life experience. So I think that people always talk about money being a deterrent and a reason why you would go to the first 2 years of college at a community college. And I just want to say, and this is the area that I'm really passionate about, I just want to say that life is so much more complex. There's so much more complexity and nuance to this decision-making process that we're talking about here, with how to navigate and how to create and cultivate your undergraduate and your college experience. A lot happens when you're in college and when you are at a university those 4 years. A lot of changes happen, but I want to encourage you and empower you to take stock in that experience. You create and make it what it is in many senses of the word. So yes, you're going to a university who hopefully has a strong name and backing and has certain name recognition and provides the quality education you're looking for. Yes, you have done that work. You're at a quality institution. You're doing what you deem to be a quality institution, and also that other people respect, because you will have to work with and apply and convince other people that, one, you're competent and you're good at what you do, but also name recognition does help, which I've explained in many of my past videos. But I think here, as my dad always said, he always said when making certain decisions that are important and impactful and that you can't go back and do, he always used to tell me, you do know that you only get one shot at this thing, right? And by that, he's saying life in general. And so life in general and making certain decisions in life. And so you're only going to be in your 20s once, is an example maybe that we could use. Specifically with regard to this video, with a variety of things, but also with college and making this decision, you of course want to make the decision that's best for you. If you weigh the pros and cons, if you watch my last video where I talked about making the comparison list, you may have done all these things which are important to do to make an informed decision. If you have not done all that, or if you have done all that, I just implore you to consider that, once you make that decision, you can't go back. And there was recently, I was at the dealership and just talking to one of the dealers about my experience at Kentucky specifically, and he was talking about the university that he went to, and he actually went to a 4-year university, but he said he decided to go to a smaller university rather than like a large one, and he really expressed how he regretted that, because that you only get one chance at it, and that he would do anything to kind of go back and choose to go to maybe a program that made more sense for him. So not to say that the same things are important for everybody. I don't want to insinuate that. But I do want to encourage you, though, when making a decision, to really reflect and know, as you've seen from my videos all the way from the beginning of this kind of educational series I've been doing, from the first video all the way to this video, where I've talked about how to explore who you are, what you want, what you're doing, how you're moving forward from the time that you're getting ready to apply for college whether it's undergrad or graduate school till now, you really don't want to have those regrets if you can avoid them. I know life is to be lived, and you don't want to incur a huge amount of debt, $100, $200, $300,000 in debt just to go and finish a 4-year degree at an undergraduate program. And so I'm not encouraging that. And again, if you need clarity, if you have questions, if you want me to do a video on a specific topic, I am more than thrilled to do that, because the reason I'm doing this is for you guys and to provide clarity and just to help. I just want you guys to win. I always say that, but I truly believe it and feel it in my bones, and I just want you guys to do amazing things. Hence why I'm kind of saying this about 4-year programs. I just think that there is so much that I have experienced with just going to school the 4 years I did in undergrad that I don't think anyone can have at a 2 years at a community college and then kind of trying to transition over to a 4-year university. I just think that break in that process messes things up. I do think if you choose to go to community college and that's what you want to do, just generally speaking, that's fine if that's what you want to do. But I do think that you really should consider this whole life experience. And so that's number 2. That's the second thing that you want to consider. So I think overall, I just want to encourage you guys to think about and just to really reflect on that life is full of a bunch of kind of like complex and various decisions. And I just really want you guys to lean into that, think intentionally about your decisions and that you're making for your life. And just truly feel like you have peace with those decisions and that you're not making them because of fear or just lack of knowledge about something. So not to say that maybe other people's ideas or views or opinions aren't correct, but at least you have various opinions and views. And you saw in the last few videos I did too, I encourage comparison charts, I encourage reflection. So yeah, with that being said, I'm happy that you guys were able to see this content and tune into this video. So rather than making a comparison list, which is what we did a few weeks ago and kind of leading up to now with regard to community colleges and trades and community colleges and 4-year universities, we're going to transition to the top things that you want to consider if you are at a pivotal point and you're saying, I'm going to apply to community college, I'm going to apply to a 4-year university. What do I need to know? What are the top 3 things I need to consider when deciding these paths? I'm going to give you some clear, poignant things to think about that are really important that I do not want you guys to miss. You want to tune into this video, and I want to hear all your comments and thoughts about it. So that's next week. And then week after is going to a trade versus a community college. And so again, same thing, some clear, specific 3 points that you want to think about that are very straightforward, very much practical to what anybody would consider that you should be thinking about for your process, but that not everyone may talk about, and potentially maybe not everyone knows to kind of think or bring up, which is maybe why you guys would be tuning into this video. Go ahead, hit the subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell so you know when I post videos. They go up every week. Also, make sure that you go and check out the playlist that I have for you guys. I have a podcast, and there's a playlist for that on YouTube, but you can also access it on Apple Podcasts or Podbean with the N, Podbean. So anyways, if you have questions or comments, please feel free to connect with me on social media, visit my website, on TikTok, or any of those platforms. So with that being said, I will see you guys next week. Bye, guys. Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the Karis K YouTube channel. If you're interested in receiving more content and information about how to navigate your undergraduate experience, your graduate experience, or your experience as a young professional, then go ahead and hit the subscription button and the notification bell. If you're also interested in receiving collegiate news updates or breaking news, then also go ahead and hit the subscription button and hit the notification bell. See you in the next video. Bye guys.